Bonjour, comment allez-vous? Hello, how are you? Welcome back to my YouTube channel, Learn French with Anubhav. If you have already subscribed to my channel, press the bell icon to get the latest updates. In today's class, we are continuing with this textbook, G.Mauger, the Millennium Edition, Cours de langue et de civilisation française, Volume 2, recommended by CBSE Board, published by Gold Publishers, Achète Livre, recommended for CBSE Class 11 and Class 12 French students. So, grammar we have completed up to lesson number 10 and Culture and civilisation portion we have completed up to lesson number 30. Today we are commencing with the grammar portion for lesson number 11. Okay. So La Lorraine, the text we have already discussed and the brackets questions are already there. Do check out my playlist G.Mauger CBSE class 11. The link is there in the description. Right. So in this chapter as well for grammar we are continuing with subjonctif. Okay, subjonctif présent des verbes du troisième groupe. Okay, so we are continuing with this only. So we have a lot of verbs given over here. We have s'asseoir, we have boire, then devoir, recevoir, écrire, mourir, prendre, tenir, venir, voir. Of course, we know about these verbs already. S'asseoir means to sit, boire to drink, devoir to be must, recevoir to receive, écrire to write, mourir to die, prendre to take, venir to come, voir to see. We know about all these verbs. So how are we going to conjugate in this subjunctive? Now we know s'asseoir is a pronominal verb, so of course the reflexive pronoun will be coming over here. So que will be coming throughout. Okay, I'm not writing que again and again. S'asseoir, so je m'asseoir. This is option number 1. And for s'asseoir we have 2 alternative conjugations. Okay, then je m'asseye. Okay, A-S-S-E-Y-E. So these are the 2 alternate conjugations, the alternate stems for s'asseoir's conjugation of subjunctive. And then we have, if we continue here, asseyons. Wait, yeah. Nous asseyons. Oh, sorry. Nous nous asseyons et nous nous asseyons. Asseyons. Okay, in one we have O. And similarly for, I'm short of space, asseoir, assey. So we know the conjugation rule for the verbs in subjunctive apart from the exceptions. What it is? We take the third person plural conjugation, present tense conjugation, drop ent, add endings je, e for je, es for tu, e for il and l, nous, vous we are skipping as of now, and for il and l plural simply ent, right? For nous and vous we are taking from imparfait, the exact conjugation of imparfait, right? So the similar thing is going to be followed for these verbs as well. Of course, I'm not going to go in entirely in depth because these verbs are pretty easy, right? Still, I'm just discussing briefly about all of it. So don't miss writing que I have written just once, right? But you have to write que in throughout the conjugation. So if you want to conjugate for the s'asseoir with tu, so it will be tu t'asseoir, option number 1, T apostrophe A-S-S-O-I-E-S. Option number 2, tu t'assey, A-S-S-E-Y-E-S. Similarly, you are going to conjugate for il and l plural as well and vous as well, right? So for boire, what's the third person conjugation of boire? Third person plural conjugation, it's boive. B-O-I-V-E-N-T. So we are dropping the E-N-T and then adding the endings, right? So que je boive, il and l boive. But for nous and vous, it's going to be bouvions and bouviez, right? Following the imperfect conjugation. So it's nous bouvions vous bouviez. See, for all these verbs, it's going to be the same thing, right? The same rule is going to be applicable. Je, tu, il, and elle, il and elle plural, you are taking the, you are making the subjunctive form by dropping the ent and then adding the respective endings. And for nous and vous, only for nous and vous, you are taking the conjugation directly from imparfait, right? Imparfait conjugation, imparfait actif. So, the are also, it's the similar thing. I'm not writing the entire thing again, but yeah, to be noted, for nous and vous the conjugation is of course from imparfait, so it's nous devions and vous deviez. Okay, for je boive, like for je it's je doive. Why? Because third person plural conjugation of devoir verb. To be noted, devoir here does not mean homework. Devoir here means to be must, right? Like je dois, tu dois, il doit, elle doit, nous devons, vous devez, ils doivent, elles doivent. That's the conjugation, right? So doivent. We have dropped the ent. For nous and vous, it's devons because we have taken the imparfait conjugation. Imparfait. What's the rule of imparfait conjugation? You take the stem from present tense nous conjugation, first person plural conjugation, then you add the imparfait endings, AIS, AIS, AIT, IONS, IZ, AIENT, right? So the savoir is also going to be the similar scenario. It's just that don't miss writing the cedilla below the C, right? And for nous and vous, there won't be any cedilla. So recevions and receviez. If suppose we are conjugating recevoir subjunctive with il, it will be reçoivent. Okay. As I said, I won't be discussing the entire thing because it's too comprehensive, right? You can give it a try. I'm just discussing in very brief manner. Écrire. Écrire again, third person plural conjugation is écrive, right? So we will drop the ent. So que j'écris, que j'écrive. Right? Tu écrives, elle écrive, nous écrivions. Right? Nous écrivions, vous écriviez. And then écrive. Right? Then we have mourir. Mourir conjugation. Okay. Stem is meur. Right, MEURENT is the present tense conjugation with il and elle plural, right? So je meurs, and then que je meurs, or qu'il or qu'elle meurt, right? Third person plural conjugation, MEURE, third person singular conjugation. And for nous and vous, the stem is MOUR. So it's nous mourions, MOUR, IONS, and vous mouriez, taking the conjugation directly from imparfait. Prendre, very easy. Il and elle conjugation is what? PRE double and ENT, right? So ENT is dropped here. So que je prenne, right? For tu ES, for il and elle E, for il and elle plural ENT, PREN and ENT, right? But for nous and vous, what will it be? For nous and vous, there is single n, right, in the stem. Because in the present tense conjugation of prendre, it's prenons and prenez with single n, right? And imparfait, we are taking the help of nous, right? Nous conjugation. So prenions and preniez. Que vous preniez, que vous prenions, right? Tenir is the tenir and venir are pretty much the same. So I'm discussing only the conjugation of one. It's just that the first letter is different. Pattern is exactly the same of the conjugation. Let's do for tenir. Okay. So que je tienne. Why? Because third person conjugation is what? TIE and then ENT. For venir, vienne. Right. Similarly, we are going to do for je, tu, il and elle plural. What about nous and vous? For nous and vous, it will be tenions and teniez. Que nous tenions, que vous teniez. Right. Similarly, for venir, it's venions and veniez. Right. Lastly, we have voir, which means to see. Voir's present tense conjugation with il plural, it's V-O-I-E-N-T, right? So voir, okay, V-O-I-E with je, V-O-I-E with tu, V-O-I-E-S, voir. Il singular, voir. For nous voyons, vous voyez, V-O-I, oh sorry, V-O-Y-I-E-Z, V-O-Y-I-O-N-S, because the nous conjugation with voir is what? Voyons, V-O-Y-O-N-S. So we have taken the stem from there for imparfait, right? So, and subjunctive, we are taking the conjugation for nous and vous from imparfait. So, nous voyons, vous voyez, and for il and elle, it's voir. I know this thing got pretty messed up. I mean, no other option, because discussing every verb in detail will be a very time taking, and plus we know the rule of conjugation. If you are thorough with the rules of conjugation of in subjunctive, and if you know the present tense conjugation of these verbs, this thing will also imparfait. If you are aware of imparfait as well, this tense is very easy. But now comes the tricky part where many students tend to make mistakes, which is exceptions in subjunctive. Now, why these verbs are the verbs that I'll enlist now, why they are called exceptions? They are called exceptions because they are not following their subjunctive rule. Right? The conjugation rule that we are following over here, that thing is not getting followed by the exceptional verbs. So let's just take a look at what are the exceptions. And exceptions I won't be discussing, because for exceptions I have a comprehensive video already, an exclusive video of exceptions in subjunctive, my video number 75. Okay, video number 75, just search Learn for Anubhav class 75, you will get it. Or the link is also there in the description, so please check out that. Let me just take a look at the recording, if it's going on fine or not. Yes, it's going on completely fine, I suppose. So let me just quickly enlist the verbs. Okay, for conjugation, please refer to my video number 75. The link is there in the description box below. Exceptions in subjunctive, each and every verb of these 9 verbs are discussed there, right? So we have aller, avoir, être, faire, falloir. Falloir is an impersonal verb, okay? Remember that, it's conjugated with only il. So like it will be il fai, kill, fai. Anyways, then we have pouvoir, to be able to, or to can, savoir, to know, faire, to do, être, to be, avoir, to have, aller, to go, savoir, valoir, and vouloir, to want. So you have all these verbs over here, total 9 verbs in total. In my that video, all these conjugations have been discussed pretty thoroughly. So please refer to that video. I won't be discussing these exceptions in detail in this video, because otherwise this video is going to be damn long, right? And we need to begin with the questions as well. Already this chapter is going to cover, the grammar portion is going to get covered in 2 parts, right? So certainly we don't have much time to do in depth. Okay, so let's start with exercises. Exercise 1. Citer des mots du vocabulaire militaire. Faites en 3 groupes les noms de personnes, les noms de choses, les verbes. Okay, very easy. So enlist the words from the military vocabulary and divide them into 3 groups. Number 1, the nouns or the names of persons, the names of things, and the verbs. I am not, see, it's very easy. The words are already given in bold. Okay. Out of them, which ones are the nouns or names of persons, which ones are for things, and which ones are verbs? So I'm giving one example to make it clear. Soldat. Soldat means soldier. So that it's a Les noms des personnes, it will come under the first category. Second category, les noms de choses, canon, right? Or mitrailleurs, okay? And for les verbs, oh, just a minute. And for verb, tuer is there, blesser is there. Blesser means injured. Tuer means to kill, right? So you can do in that way. So I'm not doing this exercise. I've given one or two examples for each. Now, do it on your own. Second one, let's do this. Introduisez dans des phrases les verbes suivants au passé composé. Okay, now the following verbs need to be used in passé composé but in different ways, which are there given below. Battre, number one, in active transitive form. Okay, then être battu, passive. Passé composé passive. Se battre, pronominal. Okay, pronominal conjugation in passé composé. When we have added the reflexive pronoun, it becomes a pronominal verb. And of course, when the verb is pronominal, then the auxiliary verb becomes what? Être. Défendre, actif transitif. Être défendu, passive, passé composé passive. And se défendre, pronominal. Total 6 sentences need to be done. Let's do it quick. I have written in my register. So let me just take my register real quick and let's just start. Right. Okay. So we have just a minute. Question number 2. Okay. Battre in active transitive. Okay, we can form it. Hier. J'ai battu. Battu is the past participle of battre. J'ai battu mon record de course à pied. So yesterday I defeated my record of running race, right? Then we can, for être battu in passé composé passive. Okay, we may convert it into, no, better form a new one. L'équipe de foot a été battue. Subject verb agreement, feminine. Okay. L'équipe de foot a été battue lors du dernier match. Okay, similarly, se battre. Now we have to use se battre in pronominal form in passé composé, of course. So we will have the pronoun over there, right? Reflexive pronoun. Pronom réfléchi. Ils se sont battus pour obtenir cette promotion. They fought, they defeated themselves for obtaining this promotion. Yeah. Rather, I would say in this context it will be fought, right? They fought themselves for obtaining, pour obtenir this cette promotion. Okay, now we have to do the similar things, the three things with défendre, to defend, right? Okay. So first we have active, transitive, passé composé. Okay. So elle a défendu. And of course, see, when avoir auxiliary verb, we are not doing the subject verb agreement. Of course, there's a case where we do subject verb agreement, but here we are not discussing about that. Elle a défendu son titre The champion avec détermination. Okay. Then we have être défendu, passive. Passé composé, passive is what we need to do. So, le château a été défendu vaillamment, bravely, vaillamment. Oh, I guess I messed up with the spelling. It's double M. Okay, vaillamment. Pendant la bataille, during the battle. And the last one, se défendre in pronominal form, passé composé. We know auxiliary verb will be now être. Okay, so let's just do it. Il s'est défendu bien en anglais malgré son niveau débutant. Bien en anglais. Malgré son niveau. I hope the last line is visible in the recording. Débutant. Okay. We are done with exercise number 2. Now let me see what's there in exercise number 3. Exercise number 3 is mettez au plus que parfait ce passage de la lecture. La Lorraine a été up to meurtrière. Okay, so it's the second paragraph of the text. La Lorraine a été souvent un champ de bataille, surtout au cours de la Première Guerre mondiale. Canons, fusils, mitrailleuses y ont fait rage bien des fois sur les obus et les balles de le sang des hommes a coulé à flot dans ces attaques meurtrières. What you need to do here is whatever the verb conjugated is there in this much portion, just convert it to plus que parfait. Easy enough, right? If it's in passive, then do the treatment accordingly. We have already discussed how to do the passive, right? So active conjugation is what? Subject plus auxiliary verb in imperfect plus the past participle followed by the subject verb agreement if necessary. And plus que parfait in passive is what? Plus que parfait of the auxiliary verb, right? And then we have the past participle. We had discussed that in which chapter? Let me just see. Yes, we did this in chapter number 4. Plus que parfait of the auxiliary verb être and then the past participle. It's followed by the subject verb agreement because here we have être, right? So question number 3 is not going to be discussed. It's an open-ended, rather not an open-ended question, simply the conjugation needs to be converted. I'm not going to do this question now. In this particular video, we are going to do up to question number 4. So now the last question for this video. Okay, so question number 4, just a minute. Question number 4, what do we have? Question number 4, relevez dans la lecture les verbes du troisième groupe, écrivez-les à la troisième personne du singulier, à la première et à la deuxième personne du pluriel ou du subjonctif présent actif. Okay, this is also not, we are not going to do. What you need to do is you need to reread the text and you need to find the verbs of the third group that we have, right? And then you need to write them in third person singular, which is il and elle, first person plural, which is nous, and second person plural, which is vous, in subjunctive, présent, actif, the usual subjunctive conjugation in present tense, active, right? Not going to do this, I mean, very easy. We had already had a extensive discussion of the subjunctive conjugation of certain verbs in the beginning of this video itself, right? So I'm not going to do this again. And then lastly, we have question number 5. Okay, question number 5 we can do. Conjuguer au subjonctif présent passif les verbes attaquer, défendre, battre. Okay, easy. We need to do, let's just quickly do the subjunctive conjugation. Présent, okay, let me just see if it's présent, actif or some other form. Okay, let me just take a look at it. Subjunctive présent passif, okay. Thankfully, I had taken a look, it's présent passif, okay. So, I'm writing the this que at once and the subject also at once, okay, not writing it again and again. So, que, oh, what am I doing? Que, je, tu, il, elle, on, nous, vous, il, elle. Also, let's just conjugate the auxiliary verb être in subjunctive as well, because we are doing présent passif, right? So, it's soit, 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 soyons, soyez, soit. Easy enough? Now, attaquer. Past participle, attaquer. Write the same thing throughout. E may get added up, E may get added up, E may get added up. S will get added up. E is also a possibility. E and S both are possibility. E is a possibility. S will be added. Okay. Similarly, I'm not going to write the full thing. You try doing it yourselves. I'm just giving hints over here. For défendre, it's défendu, the past participle. If I give you the sample of 2 more subject pronouns, I can give it for maybe nous. Let me write it for nous. It's défendu with an S, and E may get added up. Okay, if nous it represents feminine plural subject. Similarly, for il and elle, it's défendu, and if the subject is elle, then E gets added up. And lastly, for voir, sorry, battre. Battre we had already discussed, I guess, in this video itself. So it's like battu is the past participle, and E will get either E or S. This is the possible subject verb agreement, right, for battre. Okay, so we are doing up to here only. Remaining questions in the next video. C'est tout pour aujourd'hui. That's all for today. If you like this video, please give the thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Learn from Anubhav. And if you have any doubt or suggestion, you may write that in the comment section below. You may also like my Facebook page by the same name, Learn from Anubhav. See you in my next video. Thanks for watching. Au revoir. N'oubliez pas que la langue française est l'amour.